Hello everybody, this is Howard the Teaser King coming to you with week 4 of the NFL. Hit my big lock last week. Minnesota laying 2.5 to Oakland. The Rams getting 3 points, unbelievable, against Cleveland. Just a huge week. I went 8-1 last week, killing everything. So far I'm 6-1 in week 1, 4-2. And one of the losses was a very small play, week 2, and 8-1. So I'm 18-4 on my big games. I'm a lot higher than because the losses have been on smaller games. So I've been very red hot in the pros, and I expect to be even hotter this week. Again, there's more information. As I explained in my college video, you learn the personalities better as you get more information. Are they an over? And like Green Bay has always been an over. Now it looks like an under team. The Bears can't score. They scored 2 touchdowns because of their interceptions on Monday night. So again, they're not scoring. The Jets scored 14 on New England. One was a block punt, one was a pick six. No offense there. So now you get the personality of the team much better. So I'm digging out, looking for the real strong matchups on the personalities, which is really the key to football. You want the over team playing the weak defensive team, they're going to light it up, or you're worried with this offensive team playing as a really strong defensive team, you don't want to mess with them. So I definitely have that figured. I've got 3 pro locks going this week, and 1 college lock and 1 strong college game. So really there's 5 extremely strong games going. It's a great week to play a 5-team teaser. You got 5 very strong games, 14 teasers. I got the locks mixed, so there's 4 teams and 2 locks, and then I think there's either a third lock or another play that is taking the lock teams and just, okay, boom, here's another 11. This team's so strong, I'm playing them in 2 teasers. That's how strong this week is in the pros. Absolutely must buy. You want to make money. This is the week to do it with. This is the Brinks truck week. We're gonna bust the bookie on this week. This is whatever you want to call it. Very strong week. We should all make a lot of money this week. So let me get into the pick for today. I'm red hot on my YouTube picks. I hit them both last week. LSU killing Vanderbilt. That was a perfect matchup. Strong passing offense against a weak passing defense, and LSU puts up 70 points. And the pro pick was who was the pro pick? Oh, it was the New England Jet game under. And the theory was simply the Jets have no offense. They're not going to score. They got the third-string quarterback in, and New England's defense is very strong. And once you're up 30-0, you take the foot off the gas in the pros, not in college. And therefore, I didn't think they'd get there. The Jets made it exciting with no offense, putting up 14 points, but still the game won. And then I found the same theory worked with Dallas-Miami. I played that heavy on the under. Again, going Miami's not going to score. Dallas, it's the NFL. They're going to get up 25, 30 points and then just ride it home. And their over-under was even like you could go to 50 something. It was 53. It was like that's I should have locked that game. So now it's like these teams with no offense. Instead of messing around with 22, 23-point favorites, you just play them under because the other team's not going to score. So why worry about laying 22 and 23 points and even maybe teasing them down to 16 when you can just go under, kick the total up 6 to under. There's no way they're going to score. These teams can't score. I don't know what they are. They're not even college teams. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at. So I got the personalities or the matchups very much into focus now. Now it's not preseason anymore. The first couple of weeks are still because they don't play preseason. And look at all the hamstring injuries and leg injuries because they're not in shape. Now you're finally getting into week 4, finally getting into shape. Watch the injury like Philadelphia. I would have played Philly over Detroit, but with Deshaun Jackson out and the other receiver out, I laid away from him. I was shocked Detroit won, but you got to watch the injuries. All right, so let's get to the game at hand. Cleveland, Baltimore. Baltimore was a 5.5, went up to 7, over under a 46. So here I'm going to take you to the head-to-head matchup. So when we look, since 2008, Baltimore, Cleveland in Baltimore. Baltimore is 10-1 in Baltimore. The favorite is 10-1 in Baltimore. Baltimore, as the favorite in the series, is 18-2. Enough said. Who wins this game? Baltimore wins this game 18 out of 20 times. Unbelievable. So let's get to the other stats. So quickly, Baltimore is. All right, they scored 37 and give up 20. Very strong defense. Cleveland, on the other hand, they only score 18 a game and give up 23. So they're not really doing anything very strong, and their offense is very weak. But Baltimore is showing this strong offense with Jackson that I wasn't expecting to see that strong on. So you can see Baltimore, very strong offense, very strong defense. Cleveland, a very weak defense. I don't think Cleveland can keep up in this game. That's my opinion. Well, let's look at the stats. Now here, I mean, if I go to 18 and this year 19, the last 20 games, Baltimore 7-3 is a home favorite. Cleveland 6-2 is a road dog, 7-1 against, and Cleveland's 15-4 against versus the number. You can see Cleveland's still a very weak road dog. I'll take you back one more year, and that'll really open your eyes. Baltimore is not much. They're 11-6 home favorite. They're getting used to Lamar Jackson. Flacco is injured. But Cleveland, if I go back to 17, is 9-7 as a road dog, 15-1 against, 94%, and 31-4 against, 89%. So Cleveland is a huge bet against, especially as a road dog. Even as a home dog, they're pretty crappy. So as a dog, they're 26-3 against. Overall, 31-4 against. And if I go back one more year, we already know Cleveland's 23-1 against as a road dog, 46-5 against. That's 90% in the last 50 games you tease against them. So it's pretty obvious where we're going with this. I think Baltimore will score. I don't see anybody really stopping Jackson running or passing. They played Phoenix a little bit weak, but they beat them by a touchdown. When this line came out at 5, I immediately locked it. It's way too low. This is where Vegas is all messed up. They're overvaluing Cleveland and/or thinking everybody's going to bet Cleveland. So they're making the line wrong, but this line should be Baltimore probably -10. It's -5. Now it's up to -7. Take Baltimore -1. That's an incredible play. As I told you, the team versus team, Baltimore versus Cleveland's all Baltimore. Cleveland as a road dog is terrible. A great bet against. A 90% play bet against. And Baltimore's a home favorite. It's pretty good. Lamar Jackson's showing. He's still not a good passer, in my opinion, but he runs and he scrambles out, and he can do enough offense. But I'm betting also their defense. I don't think Baker Mayfield's okay, but he's not. They're not lighting it up with Baker Mayfield, and they all got to get used to each other. You got a new coach. You got a quarterback, and now he's got Odell Beckham. He doesn't know Odell Beckham. It takes years. Montana and Rice did not just come in as good as they're both Hall of Famers and just click. It took them a while. So, loving Baltimore -1. Very, very strong play. This is a team you want to put in multiple teasers. And to go with the locks, this is, you can have a nice 5-team lock going, 5-team teaser. you throw Baltimore in it. Baltimore -1 will not lose this game. Being at home, if Cleveland pulls the upset, it's going to be in Cleveland, like against the Rams on a Sunday night, a Monday night. They're going to play very emotional, but they played emotional and they lost, and no offense. And here you got Baltimore with this really strong defense, and they're at Baltimore and they don't travel well, and they're not, I don't find their coaches extremely well. So again, I just think Cleveland's way overvalued, and we're going to take advantage of that here. So this is the week to jump on board. Big money week here. Take Baltimore -1. Play it with my other locks and strong games for the pros. This is the week you want to buy my pros. This is the week you want to buy the locks. 4 locks. I've hit the last 6 locks. Missed week 1. And then week 2, week 3, week 4, that's 6-0 in the locks, and they're all pretty comfortable. Minnesota killed Oakland, and the Rams, it wasn't easy, but we were getting points with the Rams, which was amazing. How they could only make the Rams 3-point favorites over Cleveland was amazing. So anyway, that's your pick. Bet it hard, big week. Bust the bookie with these picks this week. Very strong picks. All right, everybody. www.teaserking.com. Definitely jump aboard for the locks. Jump aboard for the pros. College, I have 2 real strong ones and 3 or 4 fairly good picks. Still getting acclimated with the college, although I was really hot the first few weeks. Last week was like UCF was surprising. They lost, and teams that I normally win with, Nebraska, I was very surprised against Illinois, and that's where the problem lies. You think Illinois is terrible, and now they're showing, well, wait a minute, now they can score. They still don't have a defense. So had I known that, I would have went over with it, but I thought Illinois was a weak offensive team. Now they're not. So as you get more exposure into the season, you now see teams with different chemistries that, wait a minute, they're really good offense. They're really better defense. Or Michigan, who now has no defense and apparently no offense and looks like a high school team. So you start to learn that. All right, everybody. www.teaserking.com. Good luck. Take care.